This channel is powered by patreon.com/swiftlessons. Enjoy a library of specialized resources to help fast-track your guitar journey.
A 1, 2. Hey everybody, welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another lead guitar tutorial. In my previous lesson, I broke down David Gilmour's iconic guitar solo on the Pink Floyd song Mother. Well, today we're going to take a little chunk of that solo and learn how we can change up the context and use that idea throughout our guitar journey. Let's take a close look at the fretboard. Okay, a close look at the fretboard, getting started breaking down this very useful David Gilmour solo and trick. As I mentioned in my previous video, I broke down how to play his solo on the song Mother. If you'd like to jump into that lesson, all you need to do is click the card right up there in the top corner. Now, in that solo, he plays this beautiful arpeggio lick. It's played at the very end of the solo over the chord G major, and it sounds like this. Now, to create that lick, I'm sure that he's picturing the G major chord played as an A shape and also as a G shape. All right, and I'm also sure that he's picturing the G major scale in its G shape position. In addition to that, I'm sure that he's picturing this very useful arpeggio that he actually uses in a few different tunes. All right, so that was 10 on the A, 9 on the D, up to 12, 12 on the G, 12 on the B, and then 15, 15. Okay, put that together. That's a major arpeggio that you can play fret to fret and perform in every single key, something you can always use over top of a major chord. Now, he's able to take all those ingredients, the chord form, the scale pattern, the arpeggio, and he's able to mix them together to come up with this beautiful lick. Alright, so he's just playing 13 going down to 12 with a pull off twice. Arpeggio down. He slides down to the fourth interval, then down to the major third, before resolving on the root note G. So. So it's 2 slides in a row. Okay, now we can take that lick and the general idea of using that arpeggio and use it in a completely different musical context. For example, we could apply the same idea to the key of A, a chord progression like A major, D, D. Okay, so as you can see, we can take that exact same idea that David Gilmour employed and transpose it across multiple major chords within one progression. So the progression one more time is A major, C major, D major. Okay, since we're now in the key of A, I'm going to take all those concepts and move them up a full step. So now I'm picturing the A major chord played as a bar shape, rooted off of the A string. I can also picture that same chord played as a G shape. And I can transpose my scale. And also that arpeggio idea. Okay, so with all those ingredients in place, now I'm just thinking about the rhythm, changing up the lick a little bit and making it my own. So 1 and Okay, so there I bent the 15th fret of the B string up right after that one beat. So 1 and... All right, then I'm going to descend down and pull off. Before doing another pull off. And then basically playing it exactly the way David Gilmour played it. So. Alright, then I can go to my C major chord. But another little kind of side technique here is that you don't always have to play the entire chord form. You can sometimes just get away with playing a partial of a chord. For example, just using your index finger to bar across the D, G, and B string. That's C major right there. I can take that up a full step. And there I have a partial of D major. Now, every single time you have these little basic triads with the index finger, you can transpose the major scale that we've been playing over top of the one chord. So for example, here's C major. Here's the C major scale. Here's D major, the D major scale. So you're sliding the same chord form around, transposing the triad, and you're also moving with it the major scale, the overlapping scale pattern. Okay, so over the C chord, I can just let that ring out. 1, 2, and then I can recycle the exact same type of lick over the D chord. This time with a hammer and a pull, kind of muting the strings just a little bit. And then arpeggiating down. Next, a slide, 5 down to 4. And then a slide back up, 5 up to 7 on the D string. All right, very cool variation there. You put it together and we have... All right, so now we have some very interesting and cool techniques that we can combine together. We've got that chord progression. And we're drawing inspiration from David Gilmour's final lick from his solo on Mother. You put it together and we have 1 and... There I threw in a nice little kind of Rolling Stones style rhythm trick. Alright, I'm hitting the A string, D string, and then playing. That's the 9th fret of the D string, and the 8th fret of the B string, pulling off down to that little bar for the D major chord. Alright, then repeat. And variation. One more time. For a very cool lick that you can add into your repertoire, drawing inspiration from my personal favorite guitar player, David Gilmour.